We are remembering WBIR Anchor Emeritus Bill Williams, and we will be doing that all week long. He died last week at the age of 91. He was an anchor here at WBIR for more than 20 years and left a lasting impact on television news across East Tennessee. He was known for holding people in power accountable. In May of 2005, Bill sat down with Senator Howard Baker Jr. at his law office in Scott County. Today, we are hearing about some of the controversial issues Baker faced during his long career.
Howard Baker is a Republican from Republican-dominated East Tennessee. He's a moderate Republican, or as he says, a centrist. His stepmother reportedly said of him, "Howard is like the Tennessee River. He flows right down the middle." On some issues, Baker took a liberal standpoint. He was known to back almost every civil rights legislation to come before the Senate.
I had a typical East Tennessean's view of the way blacks ought to be integrated into the system. And, you know, East Tennessee has always been very liberal on that point.
And Senator Baker took a significant interest in environmental issues.
The toughest issue I ever had politically was the Surface Mine Reclamation Act. And Lonnie Strunk, who used to fly for me and runs Cherokee Aviation now, but he's a good friend, and he called me up one day. You know, this is coal country. Many of my friends were in the coal business, in the stripping business. And he called me up after the Surface Mine Reclamation Act was passed and said, "Howard, you've got some of the maddest old friends and some of the strangest new ones I've ever seen." But that was probably politically the toughest vote I ever cast in the Senate. People are surprised when I say that, but it's true.
And Baker was soundly criticized for his support of the Panama Canal Treaty.
And I weighed those things in the balance and decided that I ought to support it. And I was told, well, you know, this will cause you a lot of trouble, political trouble, especially with the Republicans. And I said, well, you know, if I make my judgments on that basis, I'm not worth the job. So I decided to go forward with it, and I have no regrets. I thought it was the right thing then, and it's the right thing now, and has proven to be right. You know, Panama has been very efficient at running the canal. It's safe and secure, and they're getting ready to spend $1 billion on improvements. But Panama is our friend. It might not have been our friend had we not recognized their claim to sovereignty over the canal. But I have no regrets about it.
Senator, how do you balance that fine line between doing what you believe is right politically and doing what your constituents or your party thinks is right?
Well, it is supremely difficult sometimes if you consider it just on the basis of politics. But I have, forgive me, this sounds terribly vain, but it's the truth and it's the answer to your question. I have from the beginning of my political career, and indeed before that in my personal life and professional career, I've listened to my inner voice. And I have high confidence that I can take account of the arguments pro and con and make my own judgment. And that I did not shade or ignore in the course of my service in government. I'd listen to the inner voice. And it served me pretty well. As a matter of fact, I think it served me very well.
It has served him so well that Howard Baker has won the respect of the nation for his non-extremist views, his willingness to compromise, and his impeccable honesty. East Tennessean Howard Henry Baker Jr. back home in Huntsville.
Somebody asked me once, why are you've been chief of staff, you've been majority leader, you've been ambassador to Japan, why are you coming back to that little town in the mountains at East Tennessee, Huntsville? I said, because it's the center of the universe. That's why I'm coming back here.
Bill Williams, 10 News.
Right now on WBIR Plus, we have more about Bill and his legacy and how friends are remembering him. You can download WBIR Plus for free on your TV. And if you would like to pay your respects to Bill, a call of convenience is set for Thursday from 11 to 7. That's at the Barry Lyndhurst Funeral Home on Adair Drive. Then there is a Receiving of Friends Sunday afternoon starting at 2. The funeral service will follow. Those are both at Central Baptist Church in Fountain City. And we will air that funeral live Sunday evening on WBIR Plus and right here on Channel 10. You can watch our special coverage starting at 4. And as you know, Bill also was known for his series Monday's Child. He used that series to showcase children who were looking for adoptive parents. We want to hear from people who were featured. You can scan the QR code on the screen and then tell us a little bit about yourself.